Okay, we're here today to talk about Java and when to do an update. Java, unfortunately, does not update on your computer by itself. It is a manual thing that needs to be done. Sometimes we have no way of knowing that Java's not working or that there's an update that's been made to the system until we go to use something like our High Vision in the morning to run our CNN show, or maybe we're using our Study Island response clickers and we notice that it's not working. Or we're trying to use our gradebook, either Power School or Power Teacher, and it doesn't seem like our gradebook is launching. Those three programs especially use Java. Google Chrome is not an internet browser that supports Java. Therefore, when using High Vision, Study Island, Power Teacher, Power School, it is best to use Internet Explorer. I'm going to launch Internet Explorer. I'm going to close out of this. And the first thing that we need to do in order to update Java is when we open up Internet Explorer, if those three items, any of those programs aren't working, the first thing you should do is go to java.com. And you're going to see it's going to say free Java download. We're going to click it. We're going to agree to start. You can see that the last update was February 5th, 2016. So you know if you haven't updated this year, you probably have an update that's due. We're at version 8. This particular update is 73. So we're going to choose agree and start the download. You may get the question down at the bottom, do you want to run or save? We're going to always run. And make sure that if you're finding that one of these three programs is not working for you, make sure that you have a good 10 or 15 minutes because that's how long it can take sometimes to not only update the Java, but then get to the program and test it to make sure that it works. Sometimes once we do things like update Java, we might get messages like, would you like to make Internet Explorer your default browser? I'm going to choose no because most of the time I like using Google Chrome. So I'm going to choose no. And I'm going to continue to let the download happen. If you're not sure whether it's happening or not, Java looks like a coffee cup. You can click on it. I like to bring it up and have it in front of me. And you're going to make sure that you choose install because I like to see where Java is as far as along the process of the installation. And again, it popped up back down here. I like it in front of me. If you get boxes like this, I typically either take all of the check marks off if it's check mark. Here we have the radial dials. I don't want Yahoo to be my home page, so I'm going to say do not update. I don't want it to change my browser settings. So I either take everything off or you have to read the screen and choose not to update or change anything, and then you want to choose next. As Java installs, you'll see a green bar going across. I've already updated Java on my computer and I'm doing this for a second time. So Java's really moving across the screen. Typically, as I said, you are going to have to wait for this bar to move across, and sometimes that can take up to about 5 minutes. Just when you think you have Java installed, there's more to do with Java. Obviously, you had an old version of Java on your computer. So once you have it installed, the new version installed, we don't want two versions on the computer. Therefore, the next step says you've successfully installed Java, and it might also say you have older, out-of-date versions on your computer. Okay, if you get this message, you can try to reinstall Java again. I already know that it's successfully installed, so I'm going to close it. I'm also going to verify that the new version of Java was indeed installed on my computer. It says, congratulations, I have the recommended Java. Sometimes you're going to get the question as to whether you want to remove the older versions. And you do want to remove the older versions. One way is to use the Java uninstall tool, or if you're installing Java, it will ask, do you want to install the out-of-date versions? And you're going to choose yes, that you want to. To be sure that Java was installed. You can close out of everything. You do want to close out of your browser before going back into either HiVision, Study Island, or your gradebook before testing it. Close out of the entire browser. That means exit out of everything in Internet Explorer before going back into HiVision, Study Island, or PowerTeacher and trying them again using the Internet Explorer button. You can also get to Java by clicking on Start and looking for it in the control panel to make sure that you have it. I'm going to type in Java in the search in the upper right hand corner. Once Java shows up, you can click on it. If you want to find out about Java, you can click there. You can also update Java from this section here and choose Update Now. So there's several different ways that you can update Java. And here's some of the windows that you should be familiar with. In another session, we're going to look at especially at the Security tab. Okay. You can also look at Java by going into the control panel. And if you look at the software that is on your system, depending on which desktop you have, I would be finding programs and features. For some of you, it would be under the A's for adding programs. You can definitely see whether or not Java is installed. Right there, you'll see Java 8 Update 73 and know that Java was successfully installed on your computer.